Hello and welcome to my lightning talk, how to maintain many Git repositories. My name is Jürgen Gmach and you can always reach out to me on Twitter. So we all want to become open source rock stars, right? We want to help scientists to take photos of black holes. We want to enable the NASA to fly to the Mars. So at one point we joined an open source project. In my case, this was the SOAP Foundation. SOAP is one of Python's oldest web frameworks. I got my first task when I told the other maintainers that Python 3.9 finally is available. They thanked me for this info and they said, we have no infrastructure to roll out from 3.9 dev to 3.9, and they kindly asked me to apply these changes to all 300 repositories? What? But there is help. All repos to the rescue. All repos was written by Anthony Sotal or by one of his many clones. I think it was the one on the far left. First, you have to install it. You have to pip install --user or repos, or pip x install or repos, or use virtualenv or wamf. By the way, virtualenv and wamf are two different things. Next, you have to configure it. The default file name is all-repos.json. First, you have to define a directory where all repositories get cloned into. Next, you have to specify a GitHub organization. In my case, this is the SOAP Foundation. And next, you have to specify your username and an API key. Then you can use the first command and the most important command, and this is all repos clone. When you use the default file name for the configuration, you can just enter all repos clone, and in my case, 300 repositories get cloned because you don't want to clone 300 repositories manually. If you use another file name for the configuration, you have to specify it. Note, you also use this command when you clone when you update all your repositories later, and take care, this command will delete all unpushed work. The next command is all repos find files. So as the name suggests, you can find files in all your repositories. I use this to find out which repositories use tox. And so I searched for the tox INI. And I found 277 repositories, so a couple of ones are missing. And by the way, when you want to contribute to open source, you can also work on test setup or CI. This is also a very valuable contribution. The next command is all repos grab. As the name suggests, you can grab in all your repositories. This time I used it to to look up which repositories use the unit test runner. And this took a little bit long, and so I figured out there's another option. You can pass in a file pattern, so it only grabs in those files. And we have two repositories using the unit test runner. The next one is all repos list repos, and this sounds a little bit boring, but you can do funky stuff with it. And this time I wanted to figure out which of the repositories do not use a source directory layout, because you possibly want to use it because of test discovery, but that's another topic. The next one is all repos set, the stream editor. This is my absolutely favorite one. You just pass in an expression and file names, and this one is which I use then to update all 300 repositories to no longer test with 3.9 dev, but with 3.9. As a bonus, you can also use all repos as a library. You see at the top, I import the library, and then I iterate over all cloned repositories, and then I execute the upcoming tox4 pre-release on all 300 repositories. That's it. What's left? Thank you, Anthony Sotal, for providing this awesome tool. Thank you, UT Hattori, for providing this open source slide generator. Thank you for pictures. Yeah, that's me. Thank you for having me here. I'm ready to take questions. Thank you.